Pisces single friends. It's Tarot of My Love. I'm David. And we're going to do your heart spread, your single spread for June. This is Saturday, by the way. I always do Aquarius and Pisces on Saturday. We do the heart spread for if someone's on your mind. And we do this as if you're super single and you got no one on your mind. What we're trying to do is bring in the right person for you, not the next problem. But the right person for you, and you'll be the right person for them. And we'll try to get a look at them, try to describe them here, your soulmate. We're asking Spirit through the cards to show them to us, reveal them. I envision it as they've been circling around the airport for a long time. Can't land because you've been busy. And now we're clearing a lane for them, and they're going to land. And we're going to pick them up and take them on a date, kind of get to know them a little bit here. If I need to clarify, I'm going to try remember to clarify with the Klimt decks and clarify with the entire deck. So that's why I got it. You can see it's very different, so even a Sagittarius is not likely to confuse them. As you learn. So here we are. Put a little energy on it. This is for our Pisces here. What is their soulmate up to? What are they like? There's some insight into them. You can get something from them so you can identify them, to know them a little bit. Okay, look at the emotional. It's Justice over the Empress. Wow, emotional nature. 4 Cups, intellectual over the 7 of Swords. And we stop there for a minute. Here we'll do the sexual love nature and the lifestyle core value we'll look at. Because this is the sun and the moon, the conscious, the unconscious. Here in the deep unconscious, the Empress, and with the Libra card here at the top, definitely could have a Libra Moon. It's screaming Libra Moon because also Libra's Venus energy. And you've got the Empress here. I get the feeling that they're going to tell you a story that they have a very significant woman in their life. And I don't mean a lover. I mean a mother, most likely a grandmother, could be an aunt. But somebody that they will talk about like that means everything to them. That they really love and they're close to. It occurs to me if this person's chart and their chart, if you were to look at it here, Pisces, they're probably going to have moon on the IC in their synastry, something like that. That really binds them and connects them. And this is all kind of a good thing. This person had a good childhood, a very balanced, healthy childhood. They may have parents that are still together. Like I say, probably with the mother, they have some kind of special relationship. It could even be it's obviously a powerful karmic relationship here, something going on with them. In terms of emotions, though, they'd be very kind of sweet-natured, a charming person, this kind of thing, smiling a lot, go along to get along. There might be a lot of people pleasing going on. Say they're your person, they're not perfect, but they're gonna want it. Now with the Empress underlying it, I think they're gonna be in the energy of having self-worth and knowing their value. So they're not going to be someone's going to people please to their detriment. They're just going to be a pleasant person. So it's like the energy of if they had to be assertive, they'd probably do it in like the classiest way, if you could imagine they could possibly do it. And if the classiest way to do it is put a gun to somebody's head and say F off, maybe they do that. But they would probably even do that in a way that had a certain class about it. Yeah, so I get to like dignified. So somebody may be refined. So when you meet them, they'll have a way. Whenever, even if they're going out on a date, they're gonna dress up for sure if they go out on a date. But this is someone like even if they go out running, somehow they look really good doing it. And it could actually have expensive things, but They just have a way of using accessories or whatever it is that makes them look particularly good here. Um, and because of this, particularly mother, they're not going to take any shit. But there's an egolessness about them, that Venus energy. So that's what it is. They don't need to overassert themselves. They don't need to, overreact or try to be strong. They don't need to post things on Facebook about how strong they are, how great they are. They're just comfortable in their own skin and easygoing and pleasant to be around. Now, intellectually, they're kind of challenged here. I got the feeling like they may have had in childhood some learning issues here. Um, this could even be why, maybe partly why the mother's so close to them. Maybe they began like homeschooling, or I get that the mom took an extra effort to teach them maybe to read. Maybe they're dyslexic. Yeah. And they're in some kind of conflict in terms of, if you look at their astrology chart, it's going to be uh, mm, Mercury square Uranus or something, or opposite Uranus, some kind of mental conflict. Um, Libra Moon, I think, like with the Seven of Swords down here, they don't want to look at negative things. Again, they're your person, they're not perfect. Now, one way this expresses it is they're really positive. They're one of those people that's really positive. They don't have to try to be positive, they just are positive. But there's a downside to this, in that they really don't want to look underneath the carpet. I say there's a downside. So keep that in mind. You may also be a Libra energy or something in the way you express yourself, and maybe you relate to that. You would really like to have someone who doesn't want to look at the darkness and sees the world through rosy-colored glasses, essentially. So they just wouldn't indulge at all in any kind of gossip or negative uh, talk or any kind of toxic behavior. Um, and I think they might be kind of cautious of that too. With this Seven of Swords, makes them kind of extra aware. At the same time, they don't want to deal with it. They know it's there. They know that there's lying, cheating, and stealing. It's just they don't want any part of it. You know. And they kind of got an eye out for it. And so I think one thing they won't tell you is about the horrible relationships they were in with cheaters, because I don't think they would let themselves ever get in that situation. Two of Pentacles, and they'd probably be slow to get into any relationship, this one. So yeah, they're not going to have horror stories about relationships. This is their love life and sexual here energy, with the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Definitely getting Earth energy there, huh? And the Hierophant is in their lifestyle core values. The Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands. Libra Moon's all I really got so far. But this has got some kind of Earth. All I could say is you got an Earth Venus and an Earth Mars for sure. I can't really say what kind. It's got some Capricorn feel to it, I'll tell you. You know. So I think they're going to be terribly loyal in relationships. I would be surprised if they were married even once. They look to me like someone would be very careful how they get married, and that in the relationship, again, a little bit of that Libra energy. They're really going to try to be balanced and keep things on a balance. They're somewhat self-contained. I mean, this could be like a Capricorn Venus more. Would be the most self-contained of the Earth Venuses, I think. Um, so they're not real needy emotionally. So that means they'll be able to give you your space, but at the same time, they'd be interested in you. So, like, their love language might be doing things for you, um, rather than, saying I love you or spending quality time with you. Although they might be open to that. with the Pentacles. They would see that as doing something. Let's say, oh, you want me to agree to have a date night on Thursdays? Okay, I can do that. Now, with the Hierophant and the Seven of Pentacles and their core values and lifestyle, we're talking about someone who's kind of conservative. If not so much in politics here, but in their romantic life. So expect them to want a marriage, in a long-term committed relationship, and a marriage, really leading to a marriage. That's what they're going to be interested in life in general. Um, and they probably have a lot of respect for that, like for the institute of marriage. And they might be a little bit conservative in terms of the status quo with this Libra energy too, just not want to buck the system, so they're not going to be like maybe into conspiracy theories, and a little bit of flag and country type of energy to them, in the same kind of way, wanting that kind of traditional feeling in their home life and relationships. Um, and there's someone that Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, risk evaluation comes to mind, working in something to do with finances, uh, having to do with bonds and, uh, the stock market maybe comes to mind. Um, it would be someone, mentally, they're a little bit jaded. They're going to present themselves as being charming, but again, you know, they are no Pollyanna. They very well know how the world works, and I think this is how they translate this into their work. And they do something very practical, having to do with the practical world of finances, of money, import, export. But they use this ability to look at things strategically and with their mind, very clearly. When they look at something, when they use their mind with the reverse Four Cups, yeah, they don't bring any la la land to their thinking. It's all straightforward, nuts and bolts, practical thinking. They don't bring in a lot of emotions or anything to how they think, which that serves them very well in whatever it is that they do. Because what they do is like the last thing in the world you want to do is to bring in any kind of emotional, hard overhead thinking into it, or evaluation. Has to be a mental nuts and bolts evaluation. Okay. So thank you guys for joining me. Give me a like. I really appreciate it. And talk to me. Let me know. Good time joining a dating site. Find this person. I always conceive as being someone that's probably not in your life yet. Someone new. Okay. And this is for June 2021. Thank you guys. Appreciate everybody subscribing. It means a lot.